Always remember that successful people follow through whether they feel like it or not. So, we made it through the first week of 2015, which I think for some may not be all that great, but I think for others, it's definitely a triumph. It's a triumph in the fact that if you have goals that you have set for this week and you follow through, or you had different plans that you were going to do, or anything that you set your mind to for this week that you followed through and you went with. So for this episode 2 of Femme Speaks, I wanted to talk about staying the course. And when I say stay the course, I simply mean that follow through with your goals. One thing that I've always learned is that successful people follow through with their goals, whether they want to or not. And I know sometimes it's not a matter of whether we want to or not. I know there are times that, our goals and different things that we have planned out that can change. For example, there are things that I had on my list of priorities and that I wanted to start tackling within this new year that I didn't get a chance to because my schedule kind of changed a little bit and it didn't really align with everything that I had in mind to do. So for example, this is a good one. Cooking nightly instead of buying breakfast, or I try not to do all three, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but instead of buying breakfast or buying lunch or buying dinner, I would need to cook in advance on Sunday nights to prepare. So it's preparing ahead of time, which I haven't really done. So I found myself last week scuffling a little bit in the kitchen every night to try to get something to eat instead of just saying, hey, I'm just going to go get a pizza, or I'm just going to get some takeout, or I don't eat fast food. The only fast food, I don't really eat fast food. So that's it. But I want to encourage you that even if that does happen, you're still staying the course because of the simple fact that you're still heeding to what you said you wanted to do. So for me, I was still heeding to not buying food even though I was kind of like a little bit all over the place when it came to, all right, what am I going to eat tonight? And I was trying to decide and trying to, really, really choose what I wanted. Even though that was happening, I still was sticking to my goal of not buying food. So I feel like, you got to give yourself some leeway. Like, I feel like I kind of won right there. If there are goals or aspirations or priorities that you have not gotten to on your list, that's perfectly fine. One thing you can do is you can rearrange your schedule. All that matters is that you simply stay the course. You want to stay the course because this is what you set your mind to. Yes, things happen and plans change and schedules change, but you have to understand to kind of roll with the punches. And when you roll with the punches is that rolling with the punches simply means that just because this has come and interfered, and just because that has come and interfered, that doesn't mean that I cannot still carry out my goal, or that doesn't mean I still can't carry out my priority, or that doesn't mean I still can't carry out my plan for what it is I need to do. And a lot of the times, what you can do to make sure that happens is to kind of have a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C. So plan A is, this is exactly what I want to do. This is what I want to do. My plan A is to cook on Sunday nights so that I don't have to buy any food for the week. If that doesn't happen, this is my plan B. My plan B is going to be okay, well, if I can't cook, is there some frozen food, or is there something I can quickly pop into the oven or microwave that's healthy and that still goes along with my standards of eating that'll be okay, where I'm still not buying food? And my plan C is, okay, this is a funny one for plan C. I didn't prepare. I don't have anything quick. Basically, plan C is just to go with what you got, and that's simply looking in your refrigerator, and for me it would be looking in my refrigerator and freezer and making something out of what I have. Because let's just be honest, I go shopping, but I never eat everything. There's always something that can be made. And it's funny because if you look in your pantry, you look in your cabinets, and you look in your refrigerator and your freezer, you can always find something. You're always like, oh, well, you know, I could have put these two things together and you know, you got a meal. So that would be me, for example. So I definitely suggest having a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C. Follow through and stay the course. It's not easy. I think trials come our way because they are simply testing us. Is this what you really want? Is fitness really what you really want? Are financial security, is that what you really want? You know, peace of mind, is that what you really want? You know, a healthy body, is that what you really want? And that's the thing, it really tests you, because life is never going to be as easy peasy as when we sit down and we make those goals for 2015, or we make those goals for anything. It's not going to be as easy as, oh, check off the list, this is what I'm going to do, this is what's going to happen. And there's not going to be any obstacles, there's not going to be any trials or, you know, situations that are going to come up. Absolutely not. That's not how life works. Roll with the punches. They're going to come up. So have plan A, have plan B, and have plan C. And if you have gotten everything done that you wanted to on your 2015 goals for the first week, congratulations. You're good. You're good. But be careful, because sometimes you might have some roadblocks. So always be prepared for the roadblocks. Be prepared for the smooth victory, but also be prepared for the rough victory too. And it's just as simple as that, because, you know, you want to be ready for whatever comes your way. Being prepared. It's just preparedness. Always be prepared. And that's why plan A is important. Plan B is important. Plan C is important. A, B, and C are all equally as essential to your well-being, to your growth, and to your success just in general. Another thing that I want to talk about really quickly is that when you set your goals, of course your goals are your goals, but what are your steps doing, or what are your steps that you're doing to complete your goals? Make sure that they are achievable. Make sure that your steps are also attainable so that you can reach that goal. If you know that you can't, if you're on some sort of diet plan and it tells you to eat 6 meals a day, well, if you know that your schedule does not allow for you to eat 6 meals a day, even if you do say, hey, I need a 15-minute break at work, or hey, I need to do this and that, then maybe you can't do that. Make sure, I think that's one thing that's essential in being able to complete our goals and being able to follow through, is making sure that the steps that we have to take in order to achieve them are attainable. Can we even do them? Does it even make sense? Does my schedule allow that? Does my sleeping pattern allow that? Whatever it is, just make sure that the steps are in order as well. You guys, this is Femme Speaks episode 2. And thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, and just connect with me. And I'll see you guys on the next one. January says, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. See, I like stuff like that. Stuff like that, that's so me. But here's